Hey all, it's Vintage Vinny, and welcome to another antique store haul. Everything I'm going to be sharing with you today came from Old Glory in Frederick, Maryland, and Emmitsburg Antique Mall in Emmitsburg, Maryland. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started, shall we? So, Amy B., who actually works there, sent me some pictures of some of the items that some of the dealers had that she thought I might be interested in. So she showed me these Whitman scrapbooks that have old Hollywood stars in them. And they were $8 a piece, and we both looked at them while we were in the store, and I just had to have them because they are super, super cool. And I will go through some of them just so you all can see what's in them just to get an idea, but I don't want to take up too much time because we do have quite a bit to get through. So I got 3 of them at $8 a piece. That's $24. I did feel that that was a fair price because you're not going to find another one out there like it. So let's dive right in. I'll show you guys the covers first. We got one with dogs on it. We've got this one. Oh, this one's got dogs on it too. And this one is a little bit more floral, but I believe it is also a Whitman, but it's got some great content in it. So let me go ahead and show you all some of the stars that you guys might recognize from yesteryear. So right off the bat, in the first book, we have a very familiar face. This is Janet Leigh, first wife of Tony Curtis and mother of Jamie Lee Curtis. So there's a whole spread in here about Shirley Temple getting married, and as you can see, Shirley Temple expects. They couldn't say pregnant back then, so they had to say they were expecting or with child. So here's a picture of her with her first husband, John Agar, who was a staff sergeant in the Army around World War II, I think. He was 24 at the time. And I think that's them in Fort Apache. Or no, War Party Coming RKO release, never mind. I do know that Shirley Temple was in that John Wayne movie, Fort Apache, and I think her husband starred in it at the time, too. Here's a really good picture of the 3 of them with her first child, Linda Susan Agar, I think was her name. But I think she just went by Susan. But just look how young she is. I love pictures like this. So we have Ozzy and Harriet Nelson. And look at little Ricky Nelson. I have never seen him so young. And I know that he was in this show with his folks. But that is just crazy. And he became a really well-known... Was he a pop singer? Or was he just a... Can you tell I'm not from this era? I just know people. But yeah, very, very cool. So let's go ahead and take a look at the second book, shall we? So right off the bat, as we open it up, we've got William Holden and we have Lana Turner. And we've got a really young Richard Burton and Gene Simmons in the movie The Robe. And look who it is. It is Andorra in her prime, Agnes Moorehead. Fantastic. We've got old Blue Eyes in his prime. And the last 2 we're going to look at for this book will be Arlene Dahl and Claudette Colbert. Okay, and the last scrapbook has... We've got a very young Ronald Reagan, and over here is Evelyn Keyes. We've got the incredibly beautiful Terry Moore, along with Judy Garland. In the 40s and the 50s, she was deemed a sweater girl, I think, Terry Moore. She was a striking beauty. Like, wow. Wow, 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 wow. And the last segment for the scrapbooks we're going to be looking at, we got Jean Kelly and we've got Sally Forrest. I've never heard of her. If I haven't heard of someone like that, I will look them up just to learn more about them. So, if you all would like me to do one video per scrapbook, like maybe a premiere or something like that, let me know in the comment section below, because I think that would be really fun, and I'm sure I'll learn more about these stars from you all who lived through the time when they were at their prime. So I picked up this really interesting, shabby chic looking mantle clock. It was only $4.50. As you can see, it's very floral, very feminine. I guess it's very old. And I'm not exactly sure what the value is on it, but it's definitely an older piece. I think it's German, if I'm not mistaken, but I could be very, very wrong about that. If you all happen to have any information on it, please let me know down below. I would love to know more about this piece. For $7.50, I got a really nice Art Deco looking vanity set here. Very 30s, 40s-esque. And I don't want to blind you with the mirror, but here's what the brush looks like. And it is just an overall absolutely fantastic, shabby chic set. Can you see this being on your dresser if you have like an old school style bedroom set? That's the word I was looking for. And you put this on there, or even on your old school vanity, these would look absolutely fantastic on there. Or if you put them in your bathroom, they would look even better. So I just could not say no to those for $7.50. For only $15.50, I got a really awesome 1961 Bullwinkle rubber-faced or rubber-headed toy. Despite there being a rip in his crotch, he's in overall really good condition. He will go with all of my other vintage plushes that I have. And I've got quite a few. I've got Casper, Bozo, Bugs Bunny. He'll fit right in. And there is the mark there, 1961 Terry Tunes. So there were two items that I had seen at the mall and I regretted not buying them. So what Amy did for me is she went ahead and picked them up. And she bought them for me and I just paid her back for them. So as always, Amy, thank you for doing so because I really appreciate it. And this was sitting in a booth. It was 40% off, so it was only $6. It's just one of those aqua rose bowls. It's pinched up at the top. I really, really like the color of it. It definitely screams beachy. So part of me just couldn't resist that. So I did go ahead and ask her to pick that up for me. So the last two things that I did get at Old Glory were these, I guess you could call them controversial items, depending on how you look at it. I did see this Cleveland Indians patch, and something about it said that they were older, that this one was older, not they, because this was the only one she had. But I looked at it, I felt it, and there isn't that, like, sewn, stitched edge around it, so that kind of made it look old to me. But what's really neat about this, and I had no idea that this even was possible, when you turn the patch around, it glows blue. I never in a million years would think that a fabric patch would have some kind of thing in it that would glow, like some substance or whatever the case may be. If you all happen to have an explanation for that, please let me know down below, because that boggles my mind. Heck, it boggled my mind when clock numbers and, clock hands glow under the black light. So that was definitely something new to me. And the last item I had Amy pick up for me was this really awesome composite Bellhop boy doll. If I had to guess, I would say he's probably from the 20s or 30s. Just judging by the material he's made out of, the way he's dressed, and just the style of his clothing. And he was originally $28. Amy spoke to the owner of the booth, and she was able to do $20 on him, so I told her to go ahead and pick him up for me. Now, I know there's a lot of controversy surrounding African-American memorabilia, or Black Americana, whatever you'd like to call it. And I didn't think this guy was in any way, shape, or form offensive. I think he is just dressed as a bellhop. There's no stereotypical features on him. He just looks perfectly normal to me, and he is going to look absolutely fantastic amid all of my other vintage toys. And he'll be the oldest thing that I have in my toy collection. So I just couldn't say no to him. So not bad on the bigger stuff, right? So now we can take a look at the small stuff. So these were actually the first item that I picked up. I got them in Retro Days' booth. I wasn't exactly sure what they were. It was $6 for the set. And he wrote on there that they are votive candle holders. Not exactly sure. I liked the bubble pattern on them. I mean, for all I know, they could be Mikasa, and they're just not saying it. Or they could be something really different. But I thought that they were a really good price, and, you know, if they don't turn out to be anything, I can always sell them in my live sale, maybe for just double what I paid. So that was a pretty good pickup. So I picked these 3 angels up. I liked that they had stars on the bottom of their skirts, or their dresses, whatever you'd like to call them, veils. No, a veil goes on your head. What am I thinking? Anyway, it was originally $12 for the set. The booth was 10% off, so I got the set for $10.80, I believe. Yeah, $10.80. One of them does have, and I didn't even notice it until after I unwrapped them, because you know me sometimes. Is it this one? Nope, it's the last one. This one has this crack here. But I don't think it goes all the way through. At least I don't think it does. It's just kind of like maybe it's like a deep crazing? I don't know. I had this on the poodle bookend. No, the cat bookends that I sold at one of my live sales a while back. And it doesn't... I mean, I gave it the flick test, and it... Well, here, that was the flick test for that one. Here's one that doesn't have that. They make different noises. But it doesn't really affect the look of the angel. So it doesn't really bother me too much. I don't know if it'll bother somebody else, but I did go ahead and pick those up. I will probably do an offer up on those because I think they are very fun and would look really great at Christmas time. So I'm not exactly sure what this clown is supposed to be, but I thought he was pretty cool looking, so I went ahead and bought him. He was only $4. I think he can be a dish, or maybe even an ashtray, because I bet you could put a cigarette there. It's not marked anywhere. Maybe there was a foil sticker on it at once, or maybe it was a very well done hobbyist piece. It was repaired up on the neck right there. It looks like his head snapped off, but you know what? Vintage can't be perfect, so I did go ahead and pick that up. I haven't done any research on it yet, but I'm sure I'll find something, because I think he's neat. So this was half off. It's one of those, I think, made in France mugs. I don't know if it's flash painted. I don't think it's flashed. But it's a really nice emerald green color. I know that I gave Tarnished Treasures one with a Santa face on it. I don't know if she would like one with Frosty on it. She can always let me know in the comments, and I'll just put it with her stuff that I have for her. Because I think it would look good together, Frosty and Santa. So this is a twofer. And what I mean by twofer is because I didn't want this ornament to break, I went ahead and picked that up. That was, I think, $2 or something like that. Oops. It almost looks like a beach ball. If I don't drop it, for goodness sake, I'm scared to death. It's all, like, worn and everything, but I love that. Put you in there so you don't break. And I did pick this toothpick holder up, or at least it's what I think it is. It's a toothpick holder. It's red, Amberina. It was $5. And there is cadmium in here. It doesn't glow when you put it on the inside, but when you flash the black light onto the exterior, you can see the orange glow. So that will be up for grabs at a future live sale. I'll probably ask about $12 for it. Overall, it's actually really nice. And if you have a black light like on a shelf on a cabinet with this will look fantastic lit up for fall time or even for Halloween. So I picked up a Tennessee Tuxedo Silky bottle. I believe he was $5. In overall good condition. I don't think I've ever seen one of these before for really inexpensive, so I went ahead and bought that. And I think this is from the mid-60s, if I'm not mistaken. Oh yeah, I was right, mid-60s, 1965. So I thought he would be cool for Halloween. I also found this. And I got this, it was originally only $1, and I got it for 80 cents, 20% off. Love that. Now this was really interesting. I don't know if it's old, but I thought it was definitely worth picking up. Oops, and the price tag just came off. It was $4. Sorry about the crinkling of a bag here. It's a Pottery moon face. No marks to say who it was made by or if it's old. I mean, heck, it could be modern for all I know. But I thought it would look really, really great for Halloween or maybe even for Christmas time. So I felt $4 was a fair price. I mean, what do you all think? I also got this really neat Deco looking Valentine for only $2. That'll go in with all of my Christmas greeting cards and things like that. I did like it because it's nautical, and it says, "I may seem cold to some, but not to you, my Valentine." And it's dated February 14th, 1935. To Olive Burkett from Mildred Prevard. And I think this is one of those die cuts? Or like three-dimensional is probably a better word to describe it. I'm afraid that I'm going to mess up a 30-some-odd-year-old Valentine, so I'm going to leave it at that, but that's what it does. So I did have to have that. So I paid only $5 for these Bartlett Collins strawberry salt and pepper shakers. This one has a little bit more wear to it than this one, but what do you expect with vintage, right? So they have Bakelite lids, and I've actually bought and sold this before, and I think I'll ask the same price that I did the last time. $30 is what I was able to get for the last set. And these are very easy to ship, too. They're not heavy at all. Like, I can put these in a 7 by... was it a 4 by 4 by 7? Yeah, one of those size boxes, and they ship first class. Very easy and very, very small. And the last item that I picked up at Emmitsburg that I'm really, really excited about is this awesome 1960 Holt Howard, I believe it's a candle holder? I don't know exactly what it is. It has been repaired in some places, and she is missing a wing. Yeah, it is a candle holder, because there's the place you put the tapered candle. It is marked 1960 Holt Howard and has the foil sticker for Japan. She was only $5. And she's also missing something up here too. But if you were to just display this like on a shelf or whatnot, you wouldn't even be able to tell that this other wing was broken. So I'm not exactly sure the value of that. I mean, considering that it's been repaired in other places, I think I'll just hold on to this girl for now. But I thought that she was absolutely fantastic. So that is everything that I would like to share with you all today. As always, you can let me know down below what your favorite items are in the comment section. For only $2.40, I did pick up this ribbon set. It came with like a bunch of strands of this ribbon. We got this one here, and we've got these modern Christmas bows, which more than likely I will end up donating most of this stuff, because there's one item in here that I actually just wanted for myself and maybe to give to somebody else. And it happens to be these awesome, I don't even know what they are, like package seals or something like that, or Christmas seals. I got a bunch of them on the cards here. all the same pattern and all the same designs with the snowman, the puppy, the candles, the fireplace, Santa Claus. There's a ton of those. And then, let me get all these out of here. There's a couple of that have been punched out, as you can see. And then there's a bunch of like random ones in here, like poinsettias. We got a shepherd. I really like this one. And I do know that Tarnished Treasures likes this kind of stuff too, so what I may do is I may pull a few of these out for me, and then I'll give her the rest, because I know she can definitely craft with these. And maybe I'll give some to the Cult of Vintage too. I think he could use these for some of his assemblages. So what I might do is I'll probably break these up. Depending on how many I have to count them. And then I'll keep a couple for me, and I'll send off a couple of them to some other people, because I know how much we love these. So that was definitely worth buying the whole box for $2.40, because those are just absolutely fantastic. So this was a very interesting find. I've never seen Colonial styled party lights before. And they're in the original box. If I had to date them, I would probably say maybe the late 60s into the early 1970s. Like I said, they're brand new in the box, never been used, but the seal, of course, as you can see, has got holes in it and is coming apart because it's over 50 years old. But I think that this was definitely worth picking up for 10 bucks. I think maybe I can get about 50. I might be thinking a little too high there, but that's what I'm going with, because when I tried to look these up, none of them showed up in the box, nor did I even see them on eBay. So I think I have a pretty good shot at getting these, or getting a decent price for these. What do you all think? So that's all I have for you today. Be sure and give this video a big thumbs up, leave a comment below, subscribe if you haven't already. Be sure and click the bell next to the subscribe button if you'd like to get notified when new videos are uploaded. Be sure and check me out on Instagram, the link to it is down below as well, where you will see pictures of items to come in future haul videos. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all soon. Bye guys!